All right, well, hello everybody. Father Hoffa here, on location again. This has been a summer of travel, and there's more to come. So this week, I find myself out in Bloomingdale, Ohio. What's in Bloomingdale, Ohio, you might ask? Well, in Bloomingdale, Ohio is the apostolate for family consecration. And this is all in connection to Our Lady of Fatima and the promises of Our Lady. And here they have, during the summer, they have Family Fest, also known coming here as Catholic Family Land. And so it's really beautiful. What I've been able to experience, I was invited by a friend of mine who was a youth minister in Pennsylvania and now is out here working permanently at the apostolate in the youth ministry aspects of it, Scott Anthony. And he said, come on out. And I've heard a number of people come to Catholic Family Land and have wondered what it's all about. And it's been absolutely amazing. Got here. I had posted earlier in the week that the storms on Friday delayed my flight. So I got to hit here Monday, had talks on Monday, had talks today, and really well. God be praised. And so, every afternoon, hearing confessions for 3 hours from 2 to 5. Today, confessions from 2 to 5, but then tonight, there's a whole big holy hour. Actually, it's a little longer than a holy hour, but confessions there from 8 to 10, and just opportunity of time in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament. So these, what they focus on and theme, really Monday through Thursday with all of the things connected to Fatima is, the root of unhappiness is sin. The answer to that, which is greater, that is found in God, is grace. That we're called to a life of holiness, especially rooted in the family. And then the final piece is to consecrate ourselves to Our Lady. And I have seen the power of God manifested through this, through the families, and just through, a family striving for holiness doesn't mean that they're perfect. People come with the same sins of every family, and people are struggling to live that holiness, but it's a choice to want to live that holiness. And in that is found the power that we can find in Christ. And each of us is called to exercise that power of our baptism, the sacramental power of grace that's given to us, especially through reconciliation and the sacraments. And really, there's been a great focus on the worthy reception of Holy Communion, not just receiving Holy Communion, especially in the state of sin, but to receive Holy Communion worthily in the state of grace. And so our gospel today is actually the calling of the apostles by name, and also what we celebrated at Mass today, which I didn't even know this, but today is the day, the Saints' Day for St. Louis and Zélie Martin, who are the parents of St. Therese. And so we prayed for their intercession this morning, for all the families, and for the modern families. They're a modern family that, again, chose holiness, and God gave them power and called them by name to be those examples for their children. And they had 4 children who died, and then they had 5 girls, and they all became sisters. And it was definitely that example in the home that helped to ratify that power and that call that God had given to each of those girls to become nuns, but also for those parents who actually tried the seminary and the convent themselves, and they said, no, this is not what is God's intention for you. And they wound up bringing about, especially one of the greatest saints in the history of the church. And so my message for today, for this WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word, as I'm here in Bloomingdale, Ohio, is the fact that God has intended power to be shared with each and every one of us so that we can turn away from sin, that root of all unhappiness, so that we can use that grace to find great joy in our lives on a daily basis, and so that we can live holiness each and every day. And as we're living holiness, we can find that help by especially consecrating ourselves to our mother, Mary, asking for her intercession, her maternal protection each and every day, which is going to help us on that pathway, because we can't live this life of holiness that we're called to by ourselves. We need that divine intervention. So there's the good word for you today. WWW Wednesday Walking with the Word. We'll be back in PA next week to be able to share the next one with you. While I've been out here, been refreshed, been renewed in my priesthood, and I've been especially praying for everyone. So continue to pray for me as well. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.